Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another episode of Footy Talk. And yeah, Louis is going to be annoying today, bro.
Wait. Chelsea are champions of Europe again. Hi.
Again.
Sorry, I'm back. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. I'm good. I don't know how I have this energy. I've been on a 2-day bender, and I've had I had 8 pints of sex on the beach last night. It was £14.99 for 2 pictures. I wasn't going to say no, right? So I hit that.
Where the fuck were you? Where did you go? Uni or something?
I was in Putney. I found it in Putney. Brilliant. So I was there. So I literally went there. It was just had that, and then before that, I was drinking throughout the day, and then the night of the game, I had about 8 pictures. Well, wait, yeah, no, 5 pictures of sex on the beach, and then I had someone who kept buying me drinks because I kept singing, so they kept getting me drinks. Then I went down to the ground, had more drinks. Then I came home, collapsed, got up, started drinking again, and then we're back to yesterday. So yeah, it's hence the coffee, which Jesus. I could have made myself, but I didn't do that because why do that when you're champions of Europe? Everyone just waits hand and foot me. And then, whilst I was drunk last night, I was a genius and ordered my breakfast for this morning, and it got delivered as I woke up. I'm a fucking genius. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable scenes. I've had a fucking great weekend. Hi.
Bro, fair enough, innit? Fair enough, bro. Like, at the end of the day, not many people were giving you, man, a chance on the actual day. I was back and forth between Chelsea and City up until on the day, and then I thought City were going to do it. And when I saw the starting lineup, I said, who am I to question Pep Guardiola, innit? It looks very fucking attacking. It looks very brave or very stupid. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's one of them ones where it was either going to go really, really right or really, really wrong. The one thing I did know in the game is I said that Man City need the first goal, innit? Because if they don't, they're fucked. And Chelsea got the first goal, and Chelsea had them on a back foot almost immediately. Tuchel's game plan. You know what? I wouldn't even say Tuchel's game plan, bro. I just think the way that Tuchel plays is just, you know what they say, styles make fights, innit? I just think that Tuchel's style is just all wrong for Pep. It's all wrong for him, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Thomas Tuchel is the closest you're going to ever come, I think. Do you remember that AC Milan team that won the league by scoring 28 goals? Something awful. That is the closest we're ever going to come to that again. Mate, the way he plays, it's just look, it's not the most beautiful football. That might be this year. That might just be this year. Because obviously you look at when he was at PSG, what he had to use, his back end of his spell at Dortmund, it was really nice football. This year for him, it was just a case of, okay, get the job done, move forward. I don't think anyone expected us to win the Champions League. So we've gone on to do that, and he's got the job done with a Vorsprung durch technique mentality, where we've conceded 3. We set a new record. We've conceded 3 goals in the entire Champions League campaign. 3. Respect. 3. Respect. I could go full Pep. How many times the Champions League for Chelsea won? Twice! That's literally us right now. Sorry, I'm really sorry for everyone's ears. I'm just gonna, that coffee,
bro.
That's a good idea. I'm buzzing.
It's unbelievable. And that's why when I saw the City lineup, I thought, you know what? Chelsea are so good defensively, you just have to try and throw a grenade and just blow them up. And I think that's what Pep tried to do by playing all of his attackers. But the thing is, same thing with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer against Villarreal. I was like, bruv, you've literally started all your weapons. What happens if it doesn't work out? Who are you going to bring on? Do you know what I mean? And that's exactly like what United done. They started everyone. They started Greenwood, Rashford, Pogba, Cavani, and Bruno. So it's like, cool, if it's not working out, man are going on the bench for Dan James. Like that. And when I looked at it, Pep only had Aguero to throw on, and he actually threw on Gabriel Jesus first. Do you know what I mean? So it was a strange one. Some people are saying, did Pep overthink once again?
Do you want to see how Pep Guardiola does his tactics? Wait. Hang on. Right. Where's my paper gone? I found it here, right? So, Pep Guardiola, you know what? We'll just use the inside of a Costa bag, all right? I don't need it.
Oh, God.
I've got myself a blueberry muffin to celebrate. It's all good. Right. So, this is the paper. Sorry, it's not quite, obviously, top of the range. I can't afford it all the time. Can't get paper. So, Pep Guardiola, when he does his tactics, if I'm just going to draw this here, okay. This is the Champions League trophy, okay? That is Pep, and he's bald, so he's got no hair, okay? So, any normal person would just go, keep it very simple, get the job done, no, it works, right? That's how you do tactics to win a game, if you know what you're doing, right? Pep Guardiola went over to here, okay? He went there first, then he went over to here, right? So he's getting back on track in terms of tactical analysis, okay? But no, because he's a fucking idiot, he came all the way back here, right? Back down there, sort of okay. Then he went to, I don't know, let's just say he went to Bulgaria over there, just stopped off, get some duty-free fags, because, it's cheaper over there. And then he went over to here, all right? That's where he goes next. And then he goes off the page. I can't actually write where he goes there. So he goes over there. And then he goes down here, back to where he was over there in Bulgaria. But this time it's Romania. And then over there, he gets to here, right? And you think, you're that close. You're that close. It's going to work. But no, you're a bald fucking fraud. So you go back to where you were. So fuck you, Pep. You fucking fraud. Fuck you. I win. I always win. I always get my way. Fuck you, Pep Guardiola. Sorry.
Bruv, what can I say? Man like Joseph, bruv. That's what he is. It's just Joseph. Like, Pep wins Champions Leagues, innit, bruv? I think he can't be Pep without Messi. It's just Joseph now. Like, that's just what it is, unfortunately. That was his best chance to win a Champions League. But then again, he might sign Harry Kane in the summer, then it might be back on again. But, like, starting Raheem Sterling in the final, as soon as I saw that, I can't lie, I was questioning it. I mean,
I don't get this negativity around Raheem Sterling. No, he's not had the best year. So, he's still a solid player. And I think that the one thing, right, if he'd started Fernandinho, just one, that pass that Mason Mount made would not have been made. Because who would have been right in the middle of that? Fernandinho would have been there. And it literally, I was speaking to Rory about it, right? Rory Harper. We were sat talking about. He made a very good point of saying, look, like, if Fernandinho was there, he'd have gone, right, put it over my head. Kai Havertz wouldn't have been able to make that touch. He wouldn't have been able to put it around Edison. That goal wouldn't have gone in.
But to be fair, he didn't, bruv. Kai Havertz fucked the touch, but Edison's arm slowed the ball down. He actually overran it, if you watch it. Like, do you know what I mean? Havertz went to go round the keeper. He actually overhit it, and it hit the keeper's arm and slowed down. He was very, very fortunate, but it went his way, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? It went his way there. Like, it wasn't a good touch from Havertz. And normally he does have a good one in it. So, bro, like, it was written for me. Like, when you saw stuff like that, like on another day, he overhits that. It goes round the keeper and then he's too wide to shoot. And then the chance is gone. Do you know what I mean? It was just meant to be. And and the thing that was worrying is that City never even looked like scoring, bro. I don't remember saying, oh, Mendy, world-class save. Like, I just don't remember it, bro. And like, I told everyone here, we were talking about Phil Foden and that. Everyone was like, yeah, you should start for England and all that. Man didn't do fuck all in that final. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, yeah, what you got to realize is with players, yeah, we're guilty of it in this country too much. Let players develop. Do you know what I'm saying? Let them fucking develop, bro. They're like, yeah, but he's been so effective in the semi-finals and that. Bro, he was a ghost in the final. So what, does that make him shit? No, it doesn't. But it just means, yeah, that he ain't ready, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not ready. He's not where you man are saying he is. And this is the problem. My problem with, especially online, is that when you say players are overrated, yeah, people take it as you're saying they're shit. I'm not saying they're shit. I'm saying that, bruv, you're holding man in conversations he don't belong in right now. You know, like that. And that's for a lot of players. When I say man are overrated, it don't mean they're not good. It means they're not as good as you're saying they are. That doesn't mean they're not good.
I think Phil
you
Foden
need to
is as
give
good as
him
people
time.
make him out to be.
No, I don't think so. He's not, bro. Like, man, talk about Phil Foden, yeah? Like he's Wayne Rooney, Lionel Messi, yeah? Like, he's not that, bruv. And I wouldn't even, Wayne Rooney's not even on Lionel Messi's level, but the way they're talking about this brother, yeah, they're going to like he's done it all in football already, bro. Like, he's still learning the game. Do you know what I'm
still
saying?
learning, but I think when they're comparing to Wayne Rooney, I mean, look, I'm younger than you, but obviously, when I was growing up, you see your stuff. I understand the comparisons between Rooney and between Foden. Now, I agree with you.
I think Foden's got more natural ability than Wayne Rooney. But bruv, if man go back and watch, yeah, hell yeah. I mean, the way he receives the ball, the way he manipulates the ball and that. But I tell you what, you see Rooney's physique, bro. Go back and watch the Euros, yeah? Was it 2004? Wayne Rooney? Yeah. This brother was unstoppable. There's nothing you could do.
It's mad. It's mad. I think, look, for me, Foden as a talent, I think he's definitely. I agree with you. I think people should let him develop. I'm always with all players. Even, look, people were talking about Mason Mount. You know, when after the fight, oh, so you're a world class player now. He's like, no, I'm 22. Like, oh my god, Mason Mount's 22 years old and won a Champions League, and I'm wanking into a sock. Oh, for fuck's sake!
It's all right, bro. Too much information, but I hear you.
Yeah, sorry, TM. But hey, we Look, I'm not pissed. That was last night. That was TalkSport last night. I forgot I had TalkSport at 11:30, and I was in the pub, so that was fun.
Right.
But yeah, no, I think overall, you know, you look at Phil Foden. I think, you know, he's in the City team now. He's a regular starter. He's a player with a lot of ability. Yes, he didn't turn up in the final, but to be honest, none of them did. None of them did. You can't just put it.
Yeah, but Louis, my thing is, yeah, Wayne Rooney was a player, yeah, that could win games on his own. Do you understand what I'm saying? If no one turned up, he could win a game on his own. He, like in Euro 2004, literally, I think that's the best Wayne Rooney I've ever seen in it. I always compare Wayne Rooney in 2004 to the Rooney that lost his legs for Man United. And even though he scored goals, yeah, he was nowhere near as frightening and as explosive. The guy that was running past like fucking Robert Pires and these guys, bro. Like, bro, Rooney was frightening, bro, in 2004. Phil Foden's not frightening. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a good player playing in a good team, but he's not going to win you a football match on his own. Like, there's different brackets for footballers. Do you know what I'm saying? There's different brackets right now. There's a difference between being a good player in a good team and there's being a Jack Grealish that can win you a game on his own, playing in a team that ain't of the level of a Manchester City. There's levels and tiers to footballers, bro. And the thing is, people see a good player playing in a good team and they're like, yeah, he's the best thing since fucking sliced bread, bro. And forget that football's an 11-man sport.
Yeah.
It's the same with Marcus Rashford. The way they gas this guy up, yeah, he's only as good as the team he plays in. And most of the time, he's not even the best player in that team or the best player on the pitch, but he gets good numbers. But you put him in a fucking Crystal Palace, he'll look every bit a Crystal Palace player. And this is the difference. Jack Grealish looks like a world-class player in a team that will struggle to finish in the top half of the table. That's the difference between top players, innit, and good players. At the moment, Foden's a very good player, but he's not where Wayne Rooney was, where he was winning games for man on his fucking own. Do you see what I'm saying? But man talk about man like he should be the talisman for England. Give him the ball and he's gonna fucking beat 3 players and put it in the top corner. No, he's not. Do you know what I mean? Because that's not who he is, bruv.
No, he's a creative player. He's not. When I say I saw the comparisons, I meant from what you're saying there, where he's kind of like this young player, which, you know, people look up to and see as like the prodigal son sort of thing. He is like the next one for England, but he's the next one where I feel, you know, we were talking about Marcus Rashford, right? When Marcus Rashford broke through, everyone was like, oh yeah, he's this. You can see in Phil Foden, whereas you didn't see him quite in Rashford. I think Phil Foden, you can see, like you said, he's very naturally gifted, and you can see the presence. He has presence at such a young age, and he's someone who can definitely make a difference. However, I'm with you in terms of he needs time to develop. He's not a talisman yet. He's not,
but they're trying to they want him to put England on his fucking back already, man. Like, he has to start. Bruv, he started about 50% of the games for Man City, and now man is saying he has to start the Euros. Why does he have to start? Do you know what I mean? What's wrong with having him in the squad and using him and giving him half an hour here and there to impact the team?
What's your 11 then?
I'm playing Sancho, Grealish, and Kane up front. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but what's your midfield? So I went 4-2-3-1. And
I'm definitely playing Mason Mount. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely playing Declan Rice. So it depends on who's going to play in there with Rice and Mount. But Henderson's been injured for Liverpool and he hasn't played a lot of games. And would you really bring him back? Not 100%. I don't know, innit?
No, I agree with you. It has to be Foden then, doesn't it?
It doesn't, because there's no balance. There's no balance.
Mason Mount can be that double pivot. He's done it for Chelsea.
He can play in the double pivot, but would he be as effective there? If Mason Mount can play in the double pivot, cool. We can play Mount in the double pivot, but even in that 10 year for defensive, just for defensive, I wouldn't say cover, but nah, I saw this, bruv. Man, Foden and Grealish are on the same level. Hey, bruv, unplug your computer or whatever you're watching this on, bruv.
I'm intrigued. What I want to hear more of what he has to say. I want to hear why he thinks that.
Double pivot, yeah. No, I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean, I just thought I'll put that up there in it to let you know that people that think this actually exists.
You think that's anything? I've seen someone say Mason Mount's overrated. I don't know if he's whether.
If Mount and Rice are playing in a double pivot, yeah, there's an argument for playing maybe someone like a Jesse Lingard in the more advanced positions.
Is he in the 23? I looked at the 23 briefly. I didn't get stuck into it.
No, it's not 23. It's more than that. Do you know what I mean? And then it gets whittled down to 26. I think tomorrow.
Tomorrow. No, he's 33. That's it.
But someone like Jesse, yeah, in there because he's mobile. He can play fluidly, two touch, and also he gives you defensive cover. Like he will work in it, and he can play in between the lines. So if you're going to play a double pivot, then it's someone like a Jesse Lingard or something like that because he's experienced. Do you know what I mean? And then the thing is, if you want to go for a Foden and all these other things, cool. Then you bring him on. Do you know what I mean? But you shouldn't be starting Phil Foden, yeah. And then man's got bare pressure on him. Like don't make sense.
No, I mean, I'm looking. Yeah, I think Jesse Lingard. I can see. I'm looking at the squad. I'm still. It's actually a criminal that Fikayo Tomori is not in that squad. It's actually criminal.
It is, but it's not sexy to play in Serie A at the moment if you're in England, isn't it?
But I mean, yeah, but you say that, but he takes. Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie. Right, Ben Godfrey's had a great season. Connor Cody is a seasoned international under Gareth Southgate now. Tyrone Mings has had a great season.
Jude Bellingham's a shout, Bellingham's a shout in the double pivot.
Yeah.
But
it's the same problem.
But he's too young, and I don't think man should be starting him. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think man should be starting him. I don't, genuinely, but I like him. I think that he's England's most talented midfielder in that position, but I think he's too young, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, even if it turned out to be a Phillips Rice Mount thing, defensively that gives you enough cover to go all out Grealish, Sancho, and Kane in it. Like, I'm not against playing a double pivot of two holding midfielders because they're both decent ball progressors. They're both good at winning the ball, and it means that man don't have to play a 5 at the back. If you're gonna play 2 6s and play a 4 at the back, I'm not against that. But if England are playing a 5 and they will, you can't play 2 6s in the.
Gareth Southgate's been playing a 4 in the past few games.
Yeah, but I think that's because we've been playing against weaker opposition. I still think against better opposition, he will do the 5. But I think we need tactical fluidity with this England team. I think against the big teams, you go for a 5. Against the small teams, you go for a 4. I don't really mind that. In the 5, you play Mount and Rice, and as the 2. Do you know what I mean? And then I think against in the 3, then you can play Mount, Rice, and somebody else. Maybe go for another defensive-minded midfielder just for extra cover.
Yeah, if you're coming up against the France, you play a 5 back. And then my team, if I'm doing a 4 against weak opposition, it is Pickford or Pope. I can't decide. Actually, Pickford's not. Pope's not in the squad, is he?
Oh, no, is it Ramsdale or something?
Aaron Ramsdale, right? He must have Gareth Southgate's sex tape on his phone. Like, how the fuck is he in that squad? I think we Pickford then, won't it? So you got Pickford, Chilwell, James as the fullbacks. I'd go, and then my two, Harry Maguire, John Stones. Sorry, that's the easiest bit. My two, I'd go right because Henderson's not fully fit.
John Stones got absolutely ragged blood against Chelsea, bruv. He was looking at every bit as shit as he used to, you know, like that, like. Yeah, and you know what it is, yeah? Players like John Stones. If you give them, not even players like John Stones, any footballer known to man, if you give them time and space on the ball, they're going to look half fucking decent. As soon as you start putting the ball directly in behind, man, and make him defend, all of a sudden he was looking like a scrub. Literally, like Timo Werner had this brother like having kittens. He didn't know what day of the week it was. Even Ruben Diaz, to be fair, looked a bit shit. He looked a bit shit, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like when the ball's in front of him, he looks great, bruv. But as soon as man started turning him around, he looked very suspect. You know, like that. So it's just one of them ones where, again, with football, it's all about styles. When these men start comparing these new defenders to greats like John Terry, Nemanja Vidic and Rio Ferdinand and Ledley King, understand that they had to defend against a lot of different types of players and different types of things. In the modern game, yeah, how many strikers are you dealing with that are actually putting it on you physically, making you actually have to defend for 90 minutes, bro? Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of these fucking strikers, they're not about the physical game. A lot of them don't really want to run in behind no more. They don't want to go beyond you. They want to come to feet. So you're not really defending. You're just screening. That's all you're really doing, screening and blocking. You don't have to put your body on the line. You know what I mean? You don't have to be chasing people. You know what I mean? You're like, it's a different game. So when you're comparing football through generations, understand that most of these centre-backs these days, probably in those times when they ended up probably playing in midfield.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
But they don't like fucking defending.
That's the thing. You know, that's why, right? I love lower league football, right? And I love watching Burnley. I mean, proper geezers just fucking nutting it clear. Fucking have it. Ben me. Fucking that's who I love. Obviously.
Like, bro, like with Diaz, yeah? Like, literally, man cleared a few corners with his head and everyone was talking about him like he was Vinnie Jones or something. Proper fucking hard man and that. But because what? Because he actually enjoys defending.
No, can I just
because in the modern game, no one likes defending no more, bro.
Have you seen... No, listen, all right? Ruben Diaz is not a hard man, right? If you've seen his haircut, and he's also Portuguese and from the Mediterranean, right? He's not a hard man, all right? All right, let's not have that. I mean, you know, I can't say. I mean, look at these luscious locks. Do I really look like a hard man to you? Not really. It's not how it operates. You know, it's all about, you know, like I say, it's all about being sexy. As the sexiest man in football, I can say that. You know, you look at everything from the Mediterranean, and you just don't get hard men. It's all about being tactical, being smart. But I think, look, like realistically, like you say, in the modern game, you don't have those physical, you know, Ruben Fiat.
That's fucking that's so bad, isn't it? Ruben Fiat, bro.
Who said? Did I say that? Was that me?
Nah. Them man are just trolling him in the comments.
Oh my god,
Fiat, you know, that's amazing.
Oh, mate, listen. Can I just say, right? If he's a Fiat, right, as a centre back, because he turns like a bus as well, does that make him a Fiat multipler? Do you remember the ones which had the six seats? You had the three in the front, the Butters cars.
Oh.
Hang on. No, let me get it up. Hang on.
Oh, bro.
Is Ruben Diaz?
You man have started something now. It's Ruben Fiat now.
Is Ruben? Is he this car? Right. Are you ready to screen share? Are you ready for this?
Oh God, go on, man.
Is he?
Man said Ruben Fiat. You know.
Hang on. Oh, I'm gonna love this. It's gonna be fucking brilliant. Is he one of these?
Oh, Jesus, crispy. That look like a mobility scooter, bruv. Man said Ruben Fiat, you know.
Do you know which one he is? Ruben Fiat, right? Because he's so expensive and he's supposed to be a Rolls Royce centre back, right? He's actually this one.
Yeah, man said the drop top mobility scooter. Ruben Fiat, bruv. Hey.
Oh my God.
Listen, it's mad. You see this comment, yeah? 100%. Rio Diaz is not mobile enough to excel in open ground defending. 100%. And this is the thing what a lot of people don't realize. Because man clears corner kicks and set pieces and that. Man are like, oh yeah, he's Virgil van Dijk level straight away. Like, bruv,
right,
there's more to defending than heading fucking crosses away, mate. I'm
Virgil
sorry.
van Dijk is a world-class defender, but for me, he has to do so much more to be even talked about as one of the greats. Like, of the modern game?
Of course.
Yeah.
He has his class, don't get me wrong. This isn't slander, but this is, again, a classic case of people overrating players, yeah? Like, based on very little information. How are you painting a picture of certain players with very, very little information?
It's the sensationalism and the instant gratification we talk about every single week. We're going to get real again, guys. It's like every single week. It's the same stuff. Where let me stop the screen share as well. Hang on. It's the same situation where you've got a player who has been top drawer, very flavour of the month sort of mentality. Oh yeah, it's the best thing ever. I love it. And then you start getting these comparisons. Like Virgil van Dijk, behind Sergio Ramos, I might say is probably the best centre back in modern era football. Maybe it's maybe Gerard Piqué. You know, it's a tough one, but I think that it's like this whole situation where he's had 2 good seasons with Liverpool, right? He was solid at Southampton. He was great at Celtic, but he's not done enough for me to turn around and say, you are the best. You are unreal. You know, he needs to do so much more to do that. People talk about Marquinhos, I've just seen in the comments as well. Mate, Marquinhos is playing for PSG in the League One. He's not even in the conversation for me. He comes to, you know, Premier League. He goes to Italy, maybe because obviously the defensive prowess in that league as well. He goes to fucking Spain. We can have the conversation. Until then, he's playing at PSG. Nah, I'm not having it. That PSG team should have won the Champions League this year. I should be.
But what about Thiago Silva? He played at PSG, and for me, he was one of the best centre backs in the world, even when he was there.
Thiago Silva is, I think, I don't put him as the modern era centre back. I feel
he's not. You're right. He's not.
He's
a generation before. Yeah, he's the last of, like, he's in between eras / stayed longer than everyone else. You get me? Yeah. He's in the CR7 era, innit? Like, he's 35,
36 now.
Oh shit! Yeah, there you go. So yeah, he's in the CR7 era. So he's not new era. You're right.
This is,
you know what I mean? Prime Thiago Silva was definitely better than Virgil for me. Do you know what I mean?
He was linked with Chelsea at AC Milan and he went to PSG. Can you imagine Thiago Silva and John Terry as a centre-back pairing?
That'd have been crazy.
Oh my God, that is ridiculous. I'm just so glad he's finally in a Chelsea shirt because, like, growing up, he was the guy for me. Other than JT, Thiago Silva, I just loved him. I loved him. And the fact we finally got him in a Chelsea shirt, and like he's been so important in that Champions League run, like as a character, and like, even his family as well. Like Belle Silva, like obviously she does a lot of social media stuff and all of that, but she's such a character, and the way that they hold themselves as a family and how supportive they are of the project and what they see and what they want to do, it's just, you know, I think it's awesome. You know, there's not many people like that in football anymore. You know, the hell of a presence he has, and as I said, his family. He might not play as many games, but just having someone like Thiago Silva in your squad, like to turn around and you put that game. I think was it Porto? No, was it Porto where he was on the bench, or he's in the stands of Mason Mount? Porto Atletico. I can't remember which one it was, but he's just there, like standing on his haunches, just getting ready, and just like wanting to play from the stands. Like, you don't get those sort of characters in football anymore. You don't. Him, Sergio Ramos are the last of them. And I might sound like an idiot. And you know what? In the comments, I already know people say I'm a fucking passion merchant and all this sort of shit. And I'm not going to say I'm not, because I am. But, you know, the way that those sort of players with that mentality and that strength, you don't get that anymore. You don't.
You don't.
And he's like, it's the way he is. 36 as well. He made that, he did an interview before the Champions League final, right? Where he's talking about that first game, right? Where he made the mistake against West Brom. And straight away, this goes back into what we're talking about in terms of the instant gratification, the sensationalism. You know, people were telling, "Oh, he's finished. He's done. He can't cut in the Prem. He can't do it."
Yeah, but I even said with Thiago Silva before he came to the Prem, I was like, he's gonna struggle, in the Premier coming up against man like Jamie Vardy. And to be fair, in the 2 at the back, he didn't look amazing, but in the 3, he's been able to kind of bring his calmness, his intelligence in the game, bro. Because when you play in a 2, don't get it twisted. It's 80% athleticism when you're playing in a two at the back centre back partnership. Don't get it twisted. When you've got that third player to sweep, you've got one player that can attack the ball, one can drop off, and one can sweep.
Yeah,
it's a lot easier, bruv, to defend in it, and you can use your brain in it. Like when you're playing in the two, your brain ain't getting you out of a foot race with Jamie Vardy, fam. You know, like that.
To be fair, even when we were playing in the two, like we looked stronger when Thiago Silva was playing. You know, I think
100%.
Even when we played that two, he was saying, I made that mistake and I learned from it because I then analysed the teams. I looked at what I needed to learn. I needed to understand what I was doing. So he not only has he sort of embraced the football, he's embraced the culture of the football as well, and he's embraced the culture of the country. That the man is like, he's unbelievable. Like he will be at Chelsea till he retires now. I think we'll get 2 more years out of him easy. And I think it's one of those where you look at where he is, and like when he was saying he analyzes the game, he's grown into the Premier League. Yeah, and he's 36.
Yeah,
like that's people talk about Gary Pallister as that older player, which Liverpool brought in and was like the guy who made a massive difference and all this sort of stuff. Thiago Silva's in the same conversation as that now. Came in on a free. People thought he was done. Just coming for a swan song in the Premier League just to say that he's done it. He's come into the side and he might have got injured in that Champions League final, and it wasn't nice. But he's come in and he's made a difference to a team which was last year mentally not the strongest. It was a younger side, and he's come in and he's made the difference. And he also, credit to him as well, when we won the Champions League final, he said, "Frank Lampard, thank you very much. You brought me in, you believed in me, trusted the process." And Frank Lampard, he has a small part to play in that Champions League win. I'm not straight away saying Frank Lampard deserves everything. I'm not being Lampard sexual, like people call it. But Lampard brought in these players that Thomas Tuchel has now used, and credit to him. And he built the foundations of a very solid team, which Thomas Tuchel's now taken and pushed on. So I think, look, what Chelsea have done, Thiago Silva especially, love it. I love him. Like, he's brilliant, and I'm going to buy a Thiago Silva shirt as soon as this is done. That's on the list. I'm going to literally go down to Stamford Bridge and get one. But I think, look, look, Chelsea this season, I can't believe we're saying it again. And I know I'm saying it again, and just sort of like, we're Champions League champions. Oh my God, champions of Europe. It's nuts. I can't believe it. What just get dumped out in the group stage next season?
It doesn't matter, bro. Like, it literally doesn't matter. You see what you men have done, and the fact that you're gonna strengthen. Your manager's done this without signing players, bro.
No, this is it. Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's nuts, and I'm really looking forward to see who he gets now. We're linked with Adama. I don't think we need Adama, and I don't think he's a right player for us personally.
Adama who?
Adama Traore.
Nah, that can't be right because he's fucking useless. So
we'd let them say, "Oh, we'll play him as a right wing back." I'm like, yeah, but he's got no end product. He's got nothing.
He's got no end product, and he's not even that mobile either. Like, he's only quick in straight lines. He's got no agility. Yeah, no, he's just a big lump. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that can't be right. Surely.
I mean, it's
that sounds nothing more than Wolves need to sell because they need money, yeah, and they're offering players out because I heard Ruben Diaz is available for 35 million, and that I think Wolves financially have to sell to buy it. Yeah, sorry, Ruben Neves.
I literally, my friend, I think he's actually watching it now. Before we went live, he was talking about it. So if you had 200 million at Chelsea, who would you spend it on in the summer? And I said Lukaku, Declan Rice, and I said Ruben Neves. I think Ruben Neves is a fantastic player. He's so young as well still, but he's captain Porto. He's another leader. I think he's like a more mobile, more physical version of Jorginho. He was fantastic in the Champions League final, by the way. This isn't me sitting here saying,
he was very good.
But like it's one where you look at this squad. Emerson Palmieri is a Champions League winner. Emerson,
it's crazy, isn't it?
It's nuts. But yeah, like, I think it's the 200 million. Declan Rice, Lukaku, and then I don't know, someone else. But it's a situation where, look, Chelsea are in a very, very, very strong position now, and I think obviously a week ago there's you're not in that position if you finish third or fourth in the Premier League. You win the Champions League, you are the most attractive club in the world at that point in time. Yeah,
exactly. Last time you lot won that, you got Eden Hazard, didn't it?
We got Hazard, Marco Marin, Aspilicueta came as well. That was when he came. I think we signed Yossi Benayoun permanently.
All right, cool. That started off so well. You know, like that. It started off so well. Not gonna lie, bruv. Eden Hazard. I was expecting to hear some more names, and then
I wonder who else we signed that summer.
But Yossi Benayoun was actually an underrated player. He was good, bro. I liked him at Liverpool anyway, and even at West Ham before he was at, innit?
Yeah, I think we loaned him to Arsenal, I think, as well.
Yeah, man. He was a baller, proper like slippery baller, man. Good on the ball, good in between the lines. Do you know what I mean? They don't make players like that anymore. Like, it's funny, like, even when I look at the game now, players like him in the modern game would be one of the best players in the league, bro. Just because he's so technically good, so good on the ball. I mean, there's not players like that, man. It's very robotic these days. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, players are just all about efficiency and numbers now. Do you know what I mean? And the little bits of flair and inventiveness and invention, it's not there anymore.
That's nuts.
It's not there anymore. All this Kante Ballon d'Or talk. What's your stance on it, mate?
Kante has to win the Ballon d'Or this year. If France get to the World Cup final, the Euros final, or they do really well in the Euros, Kante gets it. But the man has got won man of the match in the past 4 games. Yeah, in the Champions League, 4. He is a different beast, and it'll be a miscarriage of justice if he doesn't win it. And that's not me just saying that as a Chelsea fan. That's me as a football fan. The man deserves it. He's won it all now. He's done it all. You know, he's. I mean, when people talk about the Makelele role or should it go to Kante, they're 2 very different players. But Kante's more just an evolution of what the Makelele role is now. You know, it's more of an intercepted midfielder rather than just that holding anchor.
He's not an anchor. Kante's a box to box. The only reason why people call him a DM is because he can't shoot and he can't really pass. So they call him a DM, but he's not a DM. He's a box to box with no end product. That's what he is.
Midfielder.
He's a combative midfielder, but he's a box to box. But because
he's a fucking TIE fighter, that's what he is.
But bruv, he's a box to box midfielder, that can't shoot. So because of that, they call him a DM, but he's not a DM because Kante actually receives the ball quite high up the pitch, bro, and he breaks up play high up as well. How many times do you see Kante nick the ball in the final third? He's not a DM. Do you know what I mean? Like, anyone that understands football will understand he's not a DM, bro. Like, what people see Kante as and what he actually is so far away from each other, and it shows me that a lot of the people talking about him don't actually understand football.
But yeah, I think Kante, he's that guy in the middle of the park that he cleans up. He's basically a sweeper in the middle of the field.
He's like 2 players. He's like having 2 players. His engine is an absolute joke. You know what I mean? It's an absolute joke. His reading of the game and his anticipation is top notch.
Shall I tell you why he won't win the Ballon d'Or though? Because he's not scored 35 goals this year or something been really attractive.
Absolutely.
That's the only reason he won't win it. I've seen people saying Lewandowski deserves it. Why?
I think that's a good enough reason for him not to win it. Really, Kante. There's nothing wrong with him being the people's champion. You know them one. For me, football's about fantasy, innit? You know what I mean? It's about scoring goals. It's about entertaining. It's about all of those things, innit? Do you know what I mean? And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because for me, it's all about being box office, innit? Kante is not box office. So I don't think he deserves to win Ballon d'Or. I think Ballon d'Or is for box office players, innit? I believe that doesn't mean that Kante shouldn't get respect for the performances that he's putting in. I think he deserves the respect, innit? But Kante is not pay-per-view. He's not box office. So because of that, I don't really want to see players that aren't box office winning the Ballon d'Or. When Cannavaro won it, I was like, nah. You know them ones. Even when Modric won it, I was like, yeah, but nah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and when Thierry Henry missed out on it, do you know what I mean? For Pavel Nedved, a lot of people were like, nah. You get me? I get it. I believe that it should be box office. Do you know what I mean? I think box office players should win the Ballon d'Or. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones. And let me address this. You know what I'm saying? Let me address this. You know why, bro? Because firstly, Chelsea won the Champions League, but I'm going viral, so that just shows that I'm massive. That's not, bro, it's true. big up everyone in here first and foremost. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not even a Chelsea fan, and Chelsea win a Champions League, and I'm going viral. So clearly, yeah, I'm massive in it. Because at the end of the day, yeah, because brother, listen, I'm not a Chelsea fan. Why do you care about my opinion so much, yeah? That Chelsea have just won and you're not going to let them have their moment. You want to be posting tweets from 2019. You can do that. That's great. You know what I mean? Like, big up everyone inside here as well. I'm about to hit 60K. I think I'm less than 50 subs away. So that's going to happen this week. And I appreciate all of you that support my channel. What I found hilarious was that out of all the millions of things that man gets spot on here that no one wants to share, the one thing that's come back here, a year and a half, nearly 2 years later, where I genuinely thought, yeah, Kante was finished. And I'll tell you why. N'Golo Kante subbed off in the World Cup final because he was abysmal. He got booked early doors. He got given the runaround. After that, he picked up a few injuries. I don't know how many. I'm not a Chelsea fan. But you know he's had his good fair share of injuries and he wasn't getting injured before.
Yeah.
He came back. He looked like he was losing half a yard. His anticipation was off. He didn't have the best time under Sarri as well. And I just thought, you know what? I think that, you know what? The injuries are catching up with him. His legs are gone. I think he's done. You know what, man? I genuinely thought he was done. But it turns out that it was just the style of football. And the manager wasn't using man where he was meant to use him. And Tuchel's literally come in and said, yo, this is how to get the best out of him. Because even Lampard wasn't getting the best out of him. Mason Mount was your best player the whole time Lampard was there. No one was talking about Kante then. No one was talking about him.
Yeah.
And you know what it is with people in this country? Yeah, they love him so much, yeah, that it's like when he was playing shit, there was no coverage of it. There was no coverage of it. He was playing very mediocre for at least 18 months and no one said nothing. And this is the closest to the old Kante that I've seen him look in nearly 2 years. Do you know what I mean? And everyone's going on like he's been playing like this for 2 years. Are you fucking mad? Like, do you know what I mean? And that's what's so funny to me. It's like you're pulling up a tweet from 2019, but he genuinely was playing shit. So in the context of the time that I said it, it made a lot of sense. Do you know what I mean? But now you bring it up now, it just looks like man was waffling, even though I was semi-trolling when I said it anyway.
The thing with, yeah, I mean, just revisionism and just like people looking back and just taking something from years ago just don't make sense. Like for me, right? If we're gonna like bring it not just to football but to life in general. So the content I like to make, I don't want to be, over exaggerating, and I don't want to be just putting stuff in my title and making it clickbaity, right? So when Lampard got sacked and people were doing stuff being clickbaity and putting rants, brackets, all this shit at the front of the video, knowing they're doing it just to get clicks. Yeah. And I said, you're supposed to be a Chelsea fan. You shouldn't be doing that. It's the fact that you kind of sat there like going, well, you did this then. And it's like, yeah, I know I did this then, but the whole point is you moving on, and it's called growing up. Yeah. And doing stuff, just like it. It's the fact that people kind of like to take back and look at things completely out of context and not say things and to just take it to just shoot people down. It's shit. It's toxic. Look at when it was said. Look at the overall nature.
Louis, I didn't mind. I was laughing because, like, bruv, like, Statman put it in a group. I was busting up. Ask him what I said. I said, bruv, I'm fucking massive. Man City Pep just lost the final. Yeah, Chelsea just won the Champions League. A man are bringing up tweets from 2009 about me, bro. I have nothing to do with either fan, either team. Why are you talking about me? You know what I mean? Why are you talking about me? Clearly, that means my opinion holds a lot of weight, whether you like me or not. Like that. So you might think you're laughing at me, but you're giving me free promo. Yeah. Like that. So I didn't mind. The sun was out. I was chilling yesterday. No, I was having a great day on Sunday. Do you know what I mean? We had a football match. My team won. Second clean sheet of the season. It was a great game. Yeah, all day, bro. And you know what I mean? We're closing in on that title, boy. If we win the game next week, the title's back in our hands with 3 games to go. Like that. So I had a great day yesterday, and I thought it was brilliant that I was going viral on a day that on the day that Chelsea fans should be getting celebrated and Pep should be getting roasted. Instead, the man were talking about me. I found it was beautiful.
It's nuts. I mean, look, I'm going to be doing it again next weekend. We're 1 point off the title.
Yeah, that's it. And we'll be 1 point. We'll be 1 point off the top if we win on Sunday.
Oh, man,
you know, like that.
Saturday.
Pardon?
You can come watch Saturday.
Where are you playing? The same place?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might come down then. Why not?
Mate, win the title.
The weather's going to be good for it. Do you know what I mean? So
we're trying to get like so anyone in the chat. Honestly, it'd be awesome to see people there. 2 o'clock, Wimbledon Commons Extensions on Saturday. Imperial Wharf need 1 point to win the league. And it'll be
that's
sick.
due to be bang. If you're in Southwest area, guys, make sure you come down. I'm going to pass through because I'm going to be in the area. And 100%, loads of Chelsea fans were saying, yo, get rid of Kante, get Rice in. I mean, loads of people thought Kante's legs had gone.
So for me, I because he was getting injured consistently, I was in the okay, right. He's still a very good player, but maybe he is on his last legs. So if a good offer came in, I'd think about it. But he's gone on to prove because he's not been like because you're saying Lampard and Sarri are using him as like an attacking number 8 who press high up the pitch, and it just wasn't what you do. Kante is the middle third. You just literally say to him, deal with it. That's how you deal with N'Golo Kante. He's going, right, that's yours. Just get it sorted. They are saying, right, you've got to cover not 1/3 of the pitch, but you can cover all the whole thing. And he's just like, fucking hell, like, you know, I'm already covering the 33% of the pitch. I'm already covering 30% of the planet. Like, what am I supposed to do here? You know, it's he wasn't used correctly. I think the fact that Declan Rice, I would still bring him in. But I think with N'Golo Kante, the good thing about Tuchel is he's managed him. So rather than sort of playing him
perfectly,
game,
bro, perfectly,
kind of cycled it in, put him in when he needs to. If he doesn't, you have Declan Rice in those huge games where you literally need to have just 2 defensive midfielders. You've got it. Jorginho has been great this season. I think under Tuchel, he's come in, he's performed a lot better than he was under Lampard. Obviously, he wasn't getting looking. You know, I think, you know, Lampard unleashed the shackles a little bit, which Sarri had, where it was very much just, you know, 5-10 yard passes, sideways, backwards, forwards a little bit. You know, he's come into the side and he looked pretty solid apart from the shaky bit at the end. If an offer came in, I would still consider it for Jorginho, but that's only because he's very, very good at one thing. Whereas I'd rather have a player which might not be as good as that one thing, but can do other things as well and do everything else. Right. You know, I think Jorginho...
But I think that what Jorginho's good at though is super important, bro. He's the ticker in the team, innit? Yeah. Like, I think that what he does, I think without him, you can't play Sarri ball, and you definitely can't really play the way Tuchel wants to play, yeah, because
I think Kovacic does what Jorginho...
Yeah, but Kova, his passing is different. Kova is more like tick, 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 getting on the ball, tick, tick. Whereas Jorginho will turn, and instead of doing the tick, 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 he just goes tick. Do you know what I mean? And he might break the line with a straight pass 15 yards, whereas Kova will bounce it off to the side, get it back, bounce it again, then carry it, then bounce it, get it back. They're different players. They do the same thing, but Jorginho does it more directly. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. And that's why, like, a Declan Rice is the closest thing to a Jorginho, but with a bit of bite as well. Like, he'll get stuck in. He'll do, you know what I mean? He'll do other things as well. Whereas Jorginho's kind of like, if he's not controlling the game for you, what's he doing?
That's the problem. Like, the FA Cup final was the example again, right? When Yuri Tielemans was through and Jorginho just goes, deal with it. You know, he needs to be the man that's doing that, you know? And I feel that the other thing is if you are the opposition, you put one man on Jorginho the entire game, you give him the Ander Herrera versus Hazard treatment, Chelsea are washed. That's it. Yeah. You know, he can't do anything then. So, whereas if you had maybe a Declan Rice who, yes, might not be break the lines, yes, he's not a Fabregas, you know, he's still someone who will get the ball and he might tick it a little bit, or he might literally just find that one pass, or he'll have his best mate nearby and go, here you go, Mason, you deal with it. If you're playing with 2 defensive midfielders, like look how we played under Conte. So when we played under Conte, you had Matic, you had Kante. You had 2 defensive midfield players, and maybe you bring on Fabregas to play a 3-5-2 maybe and have him sit in a bit deeper. But you have someone who you go, right, you deal with it. You know, just keep it ticking, keep it moving. And I think that's what Jorginho does for us. And maybe it might have one or two more passes. But the thing for me is, if you have Declan Rice and you have those one or two more passes, and you have a clinical centre forward, Chelsea are a different beast. I'd happily take that one extra pass if it means I know it's going to get into the box and I trust the centre forward. Because Chelsea haven't had that. You know, we've not played with a striker since Tuchel's arrival, really. He's binned off Tammy Abraham. He's not used Olivier Giroud that often. It's been Kai Havertz or been Timo Werner down the middle. Timo Werner is not a number 9. He's an inside forward who plays off of somebody. Kai Havertz can play the false 9, but he's probably much more comfortable in that 10 or maybe just off of somebody as well. So what you've got there is, okay, you've got two very good players who can play off of somebody. You've also got Mason Mount in contention. You've also got Hakim Ziyech, who I think might be the one who goes because he's going to want more regular minutes. But you've got all these options. All you need is that one focal point, and then you have Declan Rice, or you have that ticker in midfield. Yves Bissouma, this Tiku Meni, whatever his name is, that someone that people have been talking about at Chelsea at Monaco. You know, you get this lad that comes in, and you have that extra tick, but you've also got the options further up the pitch that will finish it and that will be creative and will have the option to have that final brush in terms of that centre forward. So it's all about balance. And I think that Jorginho has been great for us. You know, great servant, great player. I think especially in the back end of this, you know, he's answered a lot of doubters. He's won a Champions League. He's been fantastic. But if an offer came in, I would still think that.
Absolutely. 100%.
But yeah.
And big up Chelsea's own forward. The super chat says Kante is world class, but he also has his deficiencies. Exactly. You don't see world class players look absolutely average. There's a medium with them. You know what it is, yeah? In the modern game, especially, like I said, you get throwback players like Jack Grealish, who literally, no matter what system, no matter what position, whatever, he looks good. With someone like N'Golo Kante and a lot of these modern players, Kevin De Bruyne's another one. If they're not playing in a specific position, in a specific system, they don't look good. Kevin De Bruyne looked shit in the final. He went off injured, but he might as well have not even played. He was fucking awful. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I see him like that a lot of the time, bro. Like, it's one of them ones where if you make the environment around Kevin De Bruyne perfect, he's an absolute world beater and a match winner for you. But if you don't, he's a passenger. And I see it a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like, even when you look at Belgium, you could argue that Hazard and Lukaku are probably more important for them than him. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just one of them ones where literally, that's why I say certain players are overrated. It don't mean they're good, but I think that KDB is very good at what he's very good at. But his deficiencies, he's got a lot of them. It's just that in the Man City team, you just don't see them.
I think that's a great comment that Chelsea fans made, but everyone's human.
Everyone is human, but the thing is with Kante, people are going on like Kante had a few bad games, bro. He was bad under 2 managers. Only the other day, he was heavily linked to Inter Milan and going to play for Conte.
I don't think he was bad. He was just used
but used differently is bad for what you expect from him. Under Lampard, he never looked like what he's looking like now, and under Sarri, he didn't, bro. That's 2 different managers. So
when he came in that the front end of the Lampard tenure, right, when he wasn't injured and he was playing regularly, he was superb. And then
what happened? He got injured.
It was the injuries. He's just
injuries. So he was injured, and again, I'm thinking, he didn't play well under Sarri. Them man's in and out with injuries. I'm thinking, he's getting on a bit. Like when you start touching the 30s and you start getting injured, people start saying, is he breaking down? Because the guy runs a lot. Let's not pretend that he runs like a normal human being. This brother covers more grass than the fucking lawnmower, bro. Like, he's everywhere. So I'm putting 2 and 2 together and getting 4. I'm like, he's getting older. All of a sudden, he's getting injured, whereas before he could play 100 games a season. Yeah. And he's not really playing great. And I'm thinking, all right, cool. Maybe he's knackered. You know what? Yeah. And there were loads of Chelsea fans 2 years ago. If they said, would you offer him a new deal? They'll be like, well, I don't know.
I was in that camp.
And now all of a sudden, everyone just knew that he was going to come back, bro. It's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. So stop digging up old tweets, you jobless pagans. Do you know what I'm saying? And while I'm on the subject of jobless pagans, bro, I think I'm like less than 40 away from 60K, guys. So if you haven't subbed and you're in here now, could you kindly hit the subscribe button?
Yes, if you're a jobless pagan, could you please subscribe to Rants' YouTube?
Nah, if you're not a jobless pagan, then subscribe. Because the one thing I would say is, yeah, even with like the, what is it, Sport Bible or whatever Bible, something Bible, whatever in it, like, fuck off. Basically, obviously they reposted man's thing. And then you see these pagans on Twitter as well, trying to get retweets off man's name. You have 35 followers, bro. Even if one tweet bangs with my name, people are not going to follow you because you got a retweet off man's name, bro. Whether you like me or not, yeah, I've built a community here because people respect my opinion, even if they don't always agree with it. Yeah, so when you retweet me, I still won, bruv. The sooner they realize that, the better. You know, like that. Like,
I literally talking shit on the internet.
I literally still won, bro. Like, the more shit you talk about me, I still won. Because that means even when I'm not working, you're working for me. It's free advertising. You know, like that. It's free advertising. You know how much money people pay for advertising?
Oh, yeah, no, I know. It's nuts.
You know, like that. So, it's amazing. So, with the Kante take, at the moment, he's playing absolutely brilliantly. He wasn't before. So, kiss my ass. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Literally, bro.
Oh, fuck.
It's literally that.
Oh, Christ, what a bite.
You know, like that, bro. Like, literally. Because you know what it is? You see with these pages like Sport Bible and that, you know the amount of shit that they steal from me and don't credit me, yeah? And then the one time they want to put my actual account on the screen. But all the player names that I've coined and patented, these man steal all the time. You know them ones. All these
somebody took the Basmati Busquets. I came up with that 2 years ago. And
but you see what? But you see what I mean, bro? The amount of names, yeah, the footy names. Because when man bust in this football thing, yeah, 2016, I was the only guy that had names for all my players, and my brother does the same thing now with his team. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, these men are either trying to remix shit that I've said or they're using it. They don't want to credit, man. Never. But the one time you want to credit me is because you know that you're going to get hits, bruv. You're a bum. Yeah. That's what these men are. You men are bums.
Yeah.
That's just what it is, bro. You absolute scrubs, mate. You know, like that. So it's one of them ones where literally I fucking love it. I absolutely love it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
This is it, bro. Like, I don't, bruv, you know me. I love to boil piss, bruv. You know me, bruv. You know what I'm saying? I'm forever getting under people's skin.
Oh, mate. Someone said, Louis, time to make a t-shirt and copyright. Lads, I'm making t-shirts, but I need to start making content first. That's what I need to start doing again. This, if you look around this room, right? This is the only thing left standing. Everything else is just fucking boxes because I'm moving out. It's a nightmare. But mate, yeah, football's like, yeah, people just like rip it apart in it. It's just like, just say something and they don't say anything useful. I've seen the super chat.
Yeah, 1 sec. Man said one tweet got 20k likes. You see what I mean? How are you getting 20k likes on a little shitty platform? You know, the ones there. It's amazing. That means 20,000 people actually know who man is, bro. Like, you know, like that. 20k likes. I bet you some little account as well. With some dead DP. I see man had a DP of a car that clearly wasn't his. You know, like that. It's mad. It's mad to me, fam. Super chat. United need a destroyer. I don't think United need a destroyer. You know what I mean? Like player to dictate. Destroyers don't dictate the game at all. That's not what they do. Like, if you want someone to dictate the game, you get a regista to dictate the game. Or if you want a destroyer to destroy, you get them to destroy. Kante doesn't destroy and play make. He's the destroyer, and then Jorginho's the playmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have a player that does both. Like, that doesn't exist. That doesn't exist.
It's I mean, is there a player that's ever done that?
Who does both? Kante don't dictate anything, bruv. Like, you know what I mean?
No, Kante doesn't. But I'm saying there is players that have existed that do both.
That player like that doesn't exist now in the modern game, bruv. Yeah, it doesn't.
I was gonna say, like,
The closest thing, I would say, is to a player that breaks up play and can pass as well. It's probably Declan in the Prem, because he gets his foot in. Do you know what I mean? Someone like a Michael Carrick was like, he broke up play and he dictated.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But them players don't really exist no more, or else they'll be worth 100 million, bro.
It's like, it's nuts. Someone said Calvin Phillips, really? Calvin Phillips, you know, it's all my players that get overhyped. Calvin Phillips is another one.
100.
He needs more time. I think he's a good player, but he's not. He's very much that 6 or 7 out of 10 every week. That's what Calvin Phillips is. He's. You know me. I love a Milner. You know, I love a Mount. I love a Milner. Like Calvin Phillips is in that sort of little bracket of players that will, you know, be there. And
Calvin Phillips for me, is the prime example of a decent footballer with an elite manager, and that's what happens. Same with Jordan Henderson. When you give an elite manager a decent player, their PR goes through the fucking roof.
Yeah,
you know, like that goes through the roof, blood. And that's just what it is, because you get Jordan Henderson, who's a very, very bog standard player, but in a great system, he can be made to look great. But then when you see him play for England, man will do a 40-yard back pass from the halfway line. He's fucking awful.
Yeah, it's mainly his name. It's just Gareth Southgate. That like he's the way that we play in England. It's shit football. Like I mean, if it was shit football and we were winning things, it'd be great. I mean, look, the World Cup was fantastic, but it ain't gonna happen again. Like I think people are touting us as, we might actually win it. You know, finals in England and that. We ain't getting anywhere near it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's yeah.
No, I mean, and big up you, man. You're throwing up some names. Kimmich. I'm taking Kimmich all day, yeah? That's the suggestion I would take. And you know what's funny? All the players you man are mentioning are elite players, bro. Because you have to be an elite player nowadays to do it, yeah? Fabinho, no, I'm not having that. He's great at breaking up the play. He's not a dictator of play.
He not, is that break-up 5-yard pass guy.
That's it. Break-up 5-yard pass. Patrick Vieira, brother, Emmanuel Petit used to be the player that used to kind of dictate the pace and the passing, bro. Vieira was the guy that broke it up, bro. Bearman slept on Manu Petit, because it wasn't the sexy name in it, and he didn't gallop like Patrick Vieira through the midfield. But Manu Petit was the better passer of the two. You know, Yuri Tielemans is a number 8, so he doesn't come into that category at all. Kimmich's the only number 6 now that man seeing that really can screen, break up play, and break lines. Verratti, yes.
No, Verratti's not. He's not a 6. He's
not a 6 either. Verratti isn't a 6, but Verratti can do that job. He's technically sound, but Poch was playing him as one of the most advanced midfielders. He's not a 6. He's not Andrea Pirlo.
Mate, I don't get the hype around Marco Verratti. I never have.
You know what it is? It's because he's high energy, Louis, and you know these man just like man that run a lot.
Yeah, but when he plays for Italy, it's just like I'm saying, like you're good, but it's like Nico Barella makes him look better. Barella is a player which people link with a couple of years ago. He's gone to Inter. He's kind of fallen off the map, but he's a quality player. Like that's the thing. This Italy team, I'm going semi-finals of the Euros. I'm calling that now. That Italy team's going to get to the semi-finals.
Bro, Italy always do that, bro. Like, it doesn't matter who they put out. Don't matter who they put out, man. Them man just find their way into the knockout stages by default, bro. It's in their blood, innit?
Yeah. Yeah. Ruben Neves actually does it. Actually, someone said that. That's a great shout. He breaks up.
Yeah. He is the closest kind of,
Yeah, like, of course.
Him and Declan and them, man, they're kind of like, they're not the sexy 6s, but they do a thing. You get me? No, I hear you. That's the kind of player I'm talking about. So when people talk about, the other players and that, they're all 8s. You man are just throwing bare 8s at me. Like, I mean, throwing bare 8s at me, bro. That's all man are doing. Like, that's the thing in the modern game. Do you know what I mean? Even Xabi Alonso, again, elite baller. And even him, he wasn't more so known for his breaking up of play. He was known for controlling the midfield and doing what Scholes did from deep. But Scholes wasn't known for scanning like and kind of Scholes wasn't really known for kind of breaking up play, bruv. He was just known for give Scholes the ball, he'll move it on. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't the guy that was going to cover the centre backs, do you know what I mean? And shield them. Like, that wasn't him, bro. There's not many men that used to do both.
Yeah.
One second, Lou. I'm coming back. Keep going, bro.
Nice. I mean, who else we got? That's our butchers. Brozovic, he's a good player. I think the thing with Xabi Alonso, right, is that I think back end of his career he was breaking play out more at Bayern, wasn't he? But I think yeah, Gerrard kind of did all that for him when he was at Liverpool, didn't he? Mascherano as well when he was at Liverpool did it as well. Benacer, who's he? What? My man nuts. Look, Fred. Yaya did it. Yeah. Opinion on Locatelli. Locatelli's a good player, but I don't get the hype. He had it a couple of years ago, and then he didn't quite make it, and then now he's gone back, and he's like, people are, oh, he's such a baller. He's a very good number 6, but he's not. He's solid. That's the thing with this Italian team now. There's no one which sticks out, and you're sort of looking at and it's going, okay, so they're going to do the job. They're going to make the difference. You've not got Pirlo, Gattuso, Nesta, Cannavaro. You don't have those sort of players anymore. What you have is just a very good bunch of players that play solid 7 and 8 out of 10s every single week. Locatelli is a player which is in a similar class. Tonali's not quite ready. He's another young player which needs more time. And Zaniolo is the same. There's a lot of good young players in this Italy team, but it's not quite ready. But yeah. Am I supporting Italy? Absolutely not, mate.
You're a fucking fraud, blood. Look at your name. Man said man supporting England, I
was born here.
Bruv, you're a fucking mate.
Listen, if you want to take that out with anyone, you can take it out with Don Mario. All right, that's the thing.
Man said fucking Beneventi, like you're a disgrace. Man said
my name's Louis Goodwin. What are you talking about?
Man said I'm supporting England, bruv. Italy gonna get further than fucking England, bruv, in the Euros.
Yeah, so what I can do is literally I can just get my England shirt and I'll just slowly take it off and then go around the corner and come back in Italy shirt.
Nah, you stink, man.
Oh, mate, Louis Brexit Venti. Oh, fuck off. Not having that. Not having that.
Oh my God, that's fucking funny though.
It's not. Look, just because I can appreciate Lee went from Beneventi to Benson. Big up George Benson. If you translate my name, it's either Louis Goodwind or Louis Good20. But after a dodgy kebab, it's usually more Louis Goodwind. So
Jesus, man.
Thank you. I'm here every Monday at 1:00.
Oh, bro, what is wrong with you, man?
Everything's wrong with me.
Man said, man, that Goodwind,
Oh, no, we're anglicising names again. Before we finish, should we find another squad and anglicise all the names?
No, you know what? That'd be a decent way to wrap up. So why not go find one?
Okay, right. I'm going to go to the Euro squad. Rants, let me know the first name or first country that comes up, and we'll do that squad.
All right. 1 second. Super chat here. Honestly, think top class players are now overrated in modern based on big clubs they play for. But 100%. But this is football, innit? Like right now. But that's why a lot of people see my opinions as hot takes, innit? But that's because I'm comparing these guys to proper footballers now. Do you know what I mean? Now, if you play for a decent club, that have had decent success, all of a sudden you're the whole team. Like they don't remember that football's an 11-man game, and now football's more tactically reliant and shape reliant than ever before. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when Real Madrid were playing a 4-4-2 with Zidane in left midfield, like nobody was like, oh, why is Zidane playing left wing? Like no one, because he just played where he fucking wanted. Like that. In the modern game, man would be like, oh, they stuck Zidane out on the left. Like what is it? Like nobody even realized he was playing on the left because he was just playing football. Like it wasn't about just the formation. He was on the pitch. That was enough.
It's the players that have those free runs, but no one will hear about that. Go to Italy. I want to hear Rants pronouncing Italian play. Oh, this would be good. I'm gonna. You do realize that you're gonna be in trouble if you get this wrong, right?
Get what wrong?
Any of these names. I want you to try and pronounce it properly.
What names, bruv?
Italian players. No, someone said do Italy. But yeah, no. It's in terms of your face. Oh, fuck off, Louis.
I'm just like whatever, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, like I think the thing, modern era is anyone in general that's like it's all fucking FIFA lot, isn't it? All the fucking same.
That's
like,
it.
He's not a defensive midfielder because his FIFA card says. Okay.
That's it. Who is United's defensive coach? I don't fucking know, my bro. That's the answer to that. I don't have a clue, my bro. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Oh, right, I've got the Italy squad. Are you ready?
Go on, mate.
Okay. Share screen. I can actually anglicise all these names as well because I know exactly what I'm fucking looking at.
Come on,
Right.
then. Let's go.
Okay. So Gianluigi Donnarumma would be Gianluigi. Oh, it'd be Louis.
Would it? Is that what it means?
Gianluigi's it's like John Louis.
Yeah, John something, innit? Yeah, cool.
John Louis. Donnarumma would be Madonna's lady. So it'd be he's John Louis Lady Rimmer. I don't know what rumor.
Bruv, get out of here, man. Hey, we're not going down this road, you know.
No, I'm just translating it. It's not my fault. So Alex Meret would Alex Merit. It'd probably be like you get a merit at school. Salvatore Sirigu, we'll call him
Salvatore. What a fucking name, bro.
It's like, hey, Big Sal, huh? Big Sal.
Oi, Salvatore, blood. Big Sal, man like Sally and that. Oi.
So you got. We can say we'll guess we'll call him Donovan. That's it. So his name is John Donovan. That's it. Donovan. Alex Merritt, Salvatore Sirigu. I think Sirigu. I'm not sure how the fuck you can even translate that.
I don't know.
Salvatore Simons. Francesco Acciarebi.
Francis, isn't it? Or you just call him Frank, mate.
It'd be Frank A.
Frank Ace and that.
Frank Ace. Alessandro Bastoni. I'm basically Alex Bastian. Alexander Bastian. Leonardo Bonucci. Be Leonard.
Leonard.
Hey. Bonucci. I don't think you can translate Bonucci. I don't know what that is. I mean, that's the problem. You've got the second names you can't actually translate.
Yeah, you can't.
This is hard. I mean, you got Leonardo, you got Leonard Bunick. Giorgio Chiellini would be George.
Just George.
Chiellini. I think Chiellini's a pasta shape. I'm really taking a piss. I actually think it is. I need to see. Translate Chiellini. I'm interested.
Oh, shit.
Hang on, Chiellini, translate. I need to figure this out. He can't. You can't. Yeah, no. It's yeah. So he'd be George.
Man said Charles and that, or Charles, blood.
George. Yeah, let's go George Charles. You got George Charles. You've got right Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Giovanni's John. So you got John Lawrence. John of Lawrence.
Yeah, John Lawrence works. Yeah, Lawrence.
Emerson Palmieri. He's just the exchange kid, isn't he? Like, you know.
Yeah, Emerson. He's adopted, mate. You know what I mean?
Alessandro Florenzi would be Alex Florence. Gianluca Mancini. So John Luke Manchester.
Yeah, fuck it.
You got another Leonard.
Another Leonard.
Spinazzola, I actually think you can translate that. Spinazzola, that's mad. I'm not perfect. I'm still.
Man said Lenny Spinner, bruv.
Lenny Spinner. Let's go. Lenny Spinner. That sounds like the sort of player from the 50s, doesn't it?
Yeah,
and in your lineup for Man United today, Leonard Spinner plays in the left-hand side of the midfield.
Leonard Spinner works, you know.
Raphael Toloi. Raphael. What did we say Raphael was last week? Richard remember. Or something like that. Richard.
Ralph or something.
Yeah, was it Ralph? Yeah, it's Raphael's. Yeah. So his name is Ralph Toadstool. Fuck it. Nico Barella would be Nicholas
Barry or something.
I mean, no. So Barella's like a really Italian name. So like the really British name would be like Nicholas Bathurst or something like that. Brian Cristante would be Brian Christian.
Yeah.
Jorginho's George.
Yeah.
Manuel Locatelli would be. Oh, this is so hard. I thought it would be quite easy, but it's actually really hard.
Manuel, just Emmanuel, bruv. It has to be. It can't be nothing else.
Emmanuel Locksmith. Fuck it.
Yeah, Locksmith.
Lorenzo Pellegrini would be Lawrence. Oh, we should have just called my dad. He would have got this. He does these so much funnier than I do. Lawrence Percival.
Percival works.
Matthew Piss. Stephen Sense.
Yeah.
Marco Verratti. How would you do Verratti? How many English names have a V as their surname? Do you know Marco Verratti? Let's make a backstory for this guy. So he's obviously an English bloke, but
man said body, you know.
he's got Italian parents, right? But they emigrated to the Netherlands, and then from there they came to the UK. So his name is actually Mark Van Rat. You then got Andrea Bellotti, which would be.
He said Vernon, bruv. That's the one. Mark Vernon, bruv.
Mark Vernon, we've got it. Hang on. So Andrea Bellotti. People better be on top of this. Oh my god.
What happened to Bellotti anyway? Because he was linked with all the big clubs, and then his name just went quiet.
He's a good centre forward, but he's a bit like
he's a throwback.
Like he's kind of like outside of Italy. I don't think he'd do it.
Yeah, he's just a throwback centre forward, isn't it?
Yeah. Plus, Torino wanted like 60, 70 million for him. Like, he's not worth that. So you got Andrew Bellingham. Here you go, Andrew Bellingham. That's a good one.
Dominic.
You got Dominic Bernard.
Yeah.
And then you got fucking Bernardeschi. How am I supposed to do that? Oh fuck. Fred. Oh, okay. We got Bernardeschi. He's got Bernard in it. So Fred,
Bernard.
and then Ski will make Son. So it's Frederick Bernardson. You got another Fred. Chiesa is actually, it's like a bit like Chiesa is actually translatable, I think. Chiesa. I see this thing. I need to double check this because I want to get it right.
Keys, isn't it?
I think it's a bit like, we'll do Fred Keys. We'll stick with that.
Fred Keys, blood.
You got Fred Keys. Ciro Immobile is it's like we'll go Simon Immobile. Lorenzo Insigne is Lawrence. He's called Lawrence Sign. And Matteo Politano is it's Matt Politics.
There you go, innit?
Done. And oh my god, have you seen some of these other names? That's even better. Ciro Immobile is Cyrus Mobile.
Cyrus Mobile.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell, bro.
Oh mate.
It's all man.
This is ridiculous. Love this. Someone said get the England squad. Can you imagine doing the England squad making them all foreign?
Well, we might as well.
Okay, right.
Yeah, let's do that before we sign out. Big up everyone inside. Make sure you smash the like button as well. I think I'm like 23 away. Yeah, 23 away from 60K, guys. So if you haven't subbed, make sure you sub, people. Do you know what I mean? The 60,000 is in sight. You know, like that. So big up everyone inside. Smash that like button. Get us over 1,000 likes as well. We got over 1,500 in here.
Banging. Make the England squad Italian. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, that's going to be hard because I don't know Italian names. So
I'm not a performance seal. Right. So Trent Alexander-Arnold. I mean, Trent, I think, is what? Oh, fucking hell. Do you know what? I tell you what. I'll do it properly. I will write all of this down, and I'll literally write all the names down for the England squad. We'll do
it for the next show.
Next show, and I'll write it all down. And instead of making them all Italian, we'll just get. We'll have to get 33 different countries because 33 different players, and then do 33. different
that's
ones.
Mad.
So I'll write that all down.
That'd be all right, bruv. That'd be fucking hilarious.
So we'll get on with that. But I mean, you want to get that. You just want to get that right, innit?
Yeah, 100%. It has to be good. It has to be good still.
Oh dear. This direct translation as well. Mason Greenwood would be a funny one.
Oh Lord. Yeah, it's true, isn't it?
Oh
yeah, because the direct translation, that would be funny.
I mean, I think hang on, I'll do that one right now.
Yeah. And obviously you don't know about Felipe Fodinho, blood. You get me? He didn't play like that in the final, but you know what I mean? The game's the game.
So his Mason Greenwood's name, if you were to directly translate it, would be Muratore for Mason, Verdelegna. If he was Italian. So Muratore Verdelegna, questo arrivo alla sinistra.
Bruv, it would be worth 80 million if that was his name.
Right.
Fuck yeah, no.
I need to write it. Let me write it down. So it'll be copy. Yeah. So I'm going to send it to you over text just so you can read it and how funny it is.
That's so sick.
Look at this. That is Mason Greenwood's name in Italian.
Bruv, what? That name is... Nah, bro.
Muratore Verdelegna. That's a fucking great name.
That's a long ass name though. You know, imagine you might have that on the back of man's shirt and that, bruv.
Verdelegna. Mate, he sounds like a great player, doesn't he?
Bruv, that's 80 million, bro. That's 80 million. Yeah. That's 80 million, bro.
Oh, Mason Mount would be Muratore Montare.
See, that's all right, innit? See, that works, bruv.
It's Muratore Montare. Oh, what a name. Can you imagine that? And here he comes, Montare! Because they butcher the name in English.
But to be fair, if that was his name, people might put a bit more respect on, man. You know that, man.
He's unbelievable. I mean, I wouldn't even know what would Raheem even be for Raheem Sterling.
Bruv, the Yardy names, you can't change them to another language. Like, they don't make sense even in English.
Raheem Sterling would be called Raheem Stadlina.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like Usain Bolt, blood. Like, what the fuck is Usain, blood? Like, that, bruv, you can't do that. Nah, bruv. Listen, there's certain names that them Yardies do, yeah, don't make sense, innit? Man, just have to just say, yeah, leave it how it is. You get me?
Oh, mate, yeah. There you go. But there you go. Whenever Mason Greenwood has a good name now, has a good game, you can give him that name. Man like Verdelegna.
Bruv. Man like, bro.
Oh dear.
Yeah, bruv. That was super lit though. Yeah, man, have to get that Italian.
I'll write them all down. I'll sit down and I'll get it all done. If people hit me up in the DMs, I'll need 33. There's over 1,000 people in it still, right? So I just need 33 I need 33 people to send me a different country. I'll take the first 33 countries. Just DM me on Twitter. Just DM me and I'll.
I said Chelsea have beaten City, C team, B team, and A team, blood. Someone said Rash Beccatelli, blood. You guys are idiots, blood.
Rash Beccatelli. I think what a rash. Hang on, rash. You'd have to separate it. So if you did it, you go rash, which is, oh my god, I'm not fucking saying that. That's not right. That's not right. See, this is, you don't use Google. There you go. No, so because there's loads of different ones for rash, and I'm trying to figure it out. Right,
Rash Beccatelli wins, you know. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Make sure you smash the like. Subscribe if you haven't. Man's like 21 away from 60. We're almost there.
Oh, dear. Oh, Christ. Mate, like, there's so many different words for this. It's nuts. Anyway, I'll, yeah. Make sure you subscribe to Rants. I'll get these all written up for next week.
Yeah, that's lit. That's lit. Man, like Rash Beccatelli, bro. Bro, when I called man Rashbeck ages ago, man thought I was tripping. That's another one I got right that people don't want to give me my flowers for.
Rashbeck?
Bruv. Yeah, bruv. Rashbeck. When I dropped the Rashbeck, the Rash Bandicoot, bruv, there was bare things that I dropped and man didn't want to give my flowers. And now man realizing he's done at it. He's dead food, bruv. But I told you, I saw it ages ago. I saw it years ago when everyone was trying to make man be the next Messiah and that. Like, Mason Greenwood is what these man thought Rashford is and was going to be. Do you know what I mean? Like, no way, bro.
I still
No
think
way.
Rashford's got it in him. He's been injured, hasn't he?
Nah, he's useless, mate. Like loads of people, the amount of abuse I got. Do you know what I mean? Man were like, oh nah, he's a great player, man. United legend and all this, and he's gonna do this and he's gonna do that, and he's gonna break all these records. Fuck out of here, man.
I mean, what he will
I
do.
I said that he'll be at Crystal Palace in like 5 years and that. Like that. I was saying these things time ago and it wasn't popular. Now all of a sudden, yeah, like someone posted something on Instagram I think today or yesterday, saying, "Oh, Marcus Rashford finished like 3rd top scorer in the Champions League, even though they got knocked out of the group stages." And the slander underneath, "Oh, he's shit anyway, this, that, and the other." But that wasn't there last season or the season before. I've been telling man about this youth for years. Do you know what I mean? But no one's gonna come back and say, "Oh, you know what Rants told us." Do you know what I mean? But man want to dig up, man want to dig up one tweet, bruv.
No one will say that. That's the problem, right? No one wants to admit when someone makes a point. I literally, every time I say things about Chelsea, like 3 or 4 months in advance usually. So when people turn around and go, "Oh, this has happened," I literally just like to pull up my old tweets now. Go, yeah, I said that, you fucking dickhead, but you still won't listen.
Facts.
It's a nightmare.
It is. All right, big up Dan Levitt as well. Man said congratulations, obviously, to Chelsea and that. And yeah, bruv, very well deserved. You know what I'm saying? Very well deserved.
That's my screen. I'll show my screensaver quickly. It's the best thing ever.
You be fair, like that's a 6 screensaver though.
Mate, I had Mason Mount before. I had that drawing in it. And then I've now got that instead. I need to speak to
that's a 6 screensaver still.
Oh mate.
What's mine? Mine's LeBron and Kobe, you get me? That's what mine is.
I need to get in. I need to start watching other sports again, man. I need to get back into my boxing. I missed that.
That's what I'm saying. Man's got the Kobe and LeBron screensaver blood.
Yeah, that's wavy still.
You get me? And then man's got the NBA fucking case as well that they sent to me. It's lit blood, you know the
Rants, you see, that's just Rants dropping that he got sent stuff by the NBA, and then there's me just sitting there having to pay 30 quid for a wooden one.
Yeah.
Mate, listen, I'm not gonna lie, I fell for the Instagram marketing. You know that one which they just drop off of fucking buildings and it still holds it together?
Yeah.
Hey,
and then you drop it and then your phone, you ain't got no insurance on it, it's peak.
Mate, calm. It's mate, I've dropped this so many times. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine.
But, fair enough. Yeah, my one's one of them ones as well, to be fair. You know what I mean? And I dropped it the other day and it's completely fine. So it's lit, bro. These things are not just gimmicks.
No, these are our lives now and it's depressing.
Hey, leave AD alone, man. But yo, it's been lit, guys. I can't even lie. Very sick show as usual. Make sure you follow Louis' channel. Yeah, the link is in the title as usual. Make sure you subscribe here if you're new, guys. Like, I'm super close to 60,000. You know what I mean? I could taste it now. You get me? Man's like 19 away or something. Like, so if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to 60K. Next show's at 3 o'clock with James Redman. Yeah, Lou, what you got coming up, my G?
So I'll be honest, I'm gonna be very quiet on my channel until mid-June probably, but that's only because of moving out of the new place and putting. I've got to build my new set, my new place. So I've got that. Obviously, Imperial Wharf, last game of the season on Saturday, 2 o'clock, Wimbledon Commons Extensions. If you're in Southwest, please do come. It'd be really nice to meet some of you guys. So we've got that. So we've got stuff going on at Wharf. And we've actually got some really cool stuff coming out of the Wharf in terms of actual clothing and stuff as well. Because
that's lit.
So we're working with a couple of bands to sort of do merchandise and that sort of stuff with them, which is sick. Yeah, just kind of keep them busy doing that. So yeah, this has been Louis Goodwin. And yeah, thanks.
That's it, guys. So big up yourselves, man. Make sure you follow the Twitch in it for exclusive Euro 2020 streams. They're all going to be on Twitch exclusively. So make sure you follow Twitch. The link is in the description. Don't forget. Do you know what I mean? What I might do is in the build up to the shows, I might stream on both and then lock off the YouTube ones just before kickoff in it. So you get the build up, kind of like a free view thing. And then the live streams are going to be on Twitch only, just in case you lot forget. But make sure you subscribe to the Twitch, man, because the watch alongs, international watch alongs, are due to be super lit.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So big up everyone inside. Make sure you sub if you're new. The 60K is on the horizon. Big up everyone that's been supporting. Do you know what I mean? Loads of A1 content coming for the rest of the year, people. So mad love.